screen here, and I'm hoping that everyone received the meeting notes that I typed up. This is them here. And so these were for last week's call. Again, we had a lot of PRs that we closed again, so that was interesting. And last week we did talk about wanting commands to show ENI counters and DPU global metrics, and we thought, if someone wanted to create a PR against the dash-sonic-hld with some ideas or something, you could do that here. So anyone could submit a PR if you're interested in working on that. And then I did have Satya from TCS and Riff talking about, Riff was in Australia for a couple of weeks, but he had agreed to look over the proposal here for the OpenConfig. And so I have that here in front of us. Maybe we could all take a look at it later. And again, thanks for using our Teams call. We're still not moved over to Linux Foundation. And then this PR did get merged, though, the independent DPU upgrade. So if anyone's interested in looking at 1906, that's been merged. And so this was just the status, and the longer notes, of course, come in down here. So any questions on this? And if you want to look at the videos, they're right here. Any questions on this, guys, for the week? No? So I guess, did you guys receive those? That would be my next question.
Yes, we did receive them.
Okay, good. Thanks. That's awesome. And so let's see.
Also, I was wondering if you got the message from Vajat from Explore for the
Yes.
PRHLD submission.
Yeah. So he said he was interested in creating a PR for those counters, I believe. That's what I saw this morning. And so, does he just need help in figuring out how to navigate to the document and create a PR?
Yeah, it was more about the technical side of it. I'm sure that he can explain you better. He'll be joining in a while. I think he's
Okay.
joining in a while, so he'll be explaining it to you. I'm sure.
Okay. All right. And just give me 1 second here, guys, while I navigate to that. Let me do this real quick here. Sonic and I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again. Hopefully you guys can see. So I'm in the Sonic repo, not the Dash repo, just main Sonic. And here underneath documents, and then there's a Dash folder there. This is the dash-sonic-hld. And I think we were talking last week about section, it's either 3.4 or 3.2. Let me find it here. Yep, down here, I think. Here. And so this was the section where we were thinking someone could generate a PR for the commands for the counters. Is that right, Mircha? That's the area we were talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. So I guess just, go here, grab a fork of the project and do a PR from there. But we can, when he comes on the call, we can talk to him.
All right.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay. All right. And then so this week, what I have been seeing is we had quite a few move from in progress into waiting for review. And so that's good. So me turn off my camera here. And so I think in this week's behavioral model, which is tomorrow, I'd like to kind of go over these first 10 again here in either this to do or in progress about BMV2 and see like, does the new DP app that we've been working on basically negate the need for a lot of these ones that we had been talking about. So I'm hoping to do that tomorrow in the behavioral model call. And then from here, let me look at, see if we have Marianne on the call. We don't. Yeah, so I'm kind of looking for basically updates on either the ones that are failing checks, or I need Prabhat to take a look, or Marian to take a look. So I know Prabhat was out yesterday, so he might take some time. And I'm wondering, I think Mark is here from the Intel team. I'm wondering if you guys think we could maybe close this one. We've beaten this one to death about P4DPDK, and the last I had heard was, we had the contribution from Intel, and we were thinking maybe someone would want to go ahead and do a test just to verify that this worked. And so Intel had mentioned that this had been merged into P4C, and that we're just going to test whether it could compile and just, try it with the latest version. And I didn't see anyone looking to try this, or if we aren't pursuing P40PDK, I could probably just close this and go with BMV2. Now, what do you guys think?
I think I need to chat with somebody who's closer to this than I am.
Okay.
Let me reach out and see what that is. This is the hold on a second. Let me screenshot this little section.
Yeah, I could pop it in the chat window too, if you want. I mean, I think though, so Sutha had said she tried it. So let me just throw that in the chat window, because then I could get rid of that one. I just put that in the chat window, Mark.
Yep, thanks.
And yeah. And then I know we had this submission here from Marianne where we were adding a tunnel type control, but I think there was some curiosity as to whether this would work. Down here in the bottom here, we need to support both encapsulations on the inbound side at the same time. So what we have here may not work. So I've kind of been following that one. That's for inbound, of course. And then I don't know if Fred is here from Cisco. Sorry, I'm looking at two screens here. Hey, Dawn, do you know, should I reach out maybe to Fred about the HA containers in the smart switch?
I could ping him if you'd like me to.
Well, technically, though, he would see if I.
Yeah.
Actually, he commented 18 hours ago. No obvious issues. 2 minor comments. They're working on it. Okay, so never mind, Dawn.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. So in this one, and then I know that Lawrence has been working on removing the cache for high volume dash objects, and I think this has to do with the number of objects taking up space in memory and impacting performance. And so I'm not sure. I think this one's pretty close, but he did say it's a fairly large PR, and so he's working to get this maybe merged by the end of this week. And Murcha knows a lot about this one, so. And then just more HA work here. I think we have some private link test fixes, and then these are the the ones that we got done this week, which was actually quite a lot of work here. And going into the repos this morning, I found a couple that are new and underway, like the HA Manager D actor command line interface. So this was contributed again by Fred from Cisco. So he's working on this one, and you just need to display a state for debugging. So this kind of shows what this PR does here. And then one for the 4280, I believe that's the smart switch, and then we had one for route exchange. These are the only new ones I could find. Oh, this is Fred again. Okay, so this is what we're working on this week. Did any of you have a particular PR you wanted to talk about, or I don't know if Wazat is on the line here yet. Nope, not yet. Okay, I guess the last thing I have to show us, this is the
I think Wajahat is stuck in the traffic and he wanted to join, but
okay.
we were wondering that if we could discuss this offline, or perhaps we can, the community can give some pointers on the HLD, the PR especially, to like what sort of work is required, and then we can move forward with that, and we can create a PR and work on it.
Okay, all right. And so I think that maybe either Arun or I don't know if he's here, Swami Nathan, from your perspective on the DPU, I think we were wanting to show sorry, I don't have it in front of me, but the global counters, and that it was the ENI counter. Murcha, what was it exactly we were looking to implement here?
ENI counters, basically show
ENI
dash
count.
ENI counters.
Okay,
Instead.
so this
Now, I
show
don't know
dash
if-
ENI just shows the ENIs, and then now you want to see counters.
I'm not sure what it shows. Maybe that shows a counter, so there is no description what the command does. So maybe adding descriptions will be a good first step.
Yeah,
All right.
Hey Arun, if we entered show dash ENI, would it just show the ENIs, not any counters on the ENIs?
We have the ENI counters on the other one, but the dash part, Senthil, did we try this one? It's something.
Yeah, right now there is no show dash ENI CLI itself. Right now there is nothing there.
Yeah.
There is no show dash itself in Sonic right now.
So this is more of a CLI enhancement.
Yeah, you need to implement the new
dash.
CLI model itself for this.
All right. So
And I
can
think-
we discuss this offline if we get in contact with you guys, and then we can somehow discuss and collaborate on this?
Would it be okay with you, Cynthia, if I spun up a thread with Rimsha and us?
Yes, sure. But I need Mukesh also in that. I will
Mukesh,
check
okay,
with him. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that makes
yeah.
sense. Yeah, that's fine. That reminds me, I was gonna do something for Mukesh today. Okay, yeah, that's great. So I know that the DPUs emit certain counters, and so I think we'd have to figure out what is it we're trying to count, and is it like the max, the min, the average, the things like that. And I know we do have a counter section in here. I'd have
Yes, there is a spec for it.
Yeah. But it's
And
probably
the
not
site,
in this.
it's already updated to have it.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, SAI already has a definition for the counters.
Okay, all right. So I'll spin up an email, Rimsha. And maybe we can get you going. Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
please also add Wajahat in the thread.
Yes, of
That'd
course.
be nice. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'll do that. And so I'll do that after this. And then I guess we say goodbye to Ramesh. And so guys, this is what I had for today, other than just, looking at the proposal by TCS here for implementing that northbound gNMI, but I'd rather have Riff here to do this. Riff did say he'd look at it, but I know we have gNMI server here and the schema, and so I think she's talking about here. Yeah, pretty normal stuff here. I think I probably need to read through this as well. So that's really what I had for this week. Did you guys have anything you wanted to talk about? Okay. Then we got lucky. I can give time back and have a good day.
Enjoy
Thank
the
you,
sunshine.
Christina.
All right. See you.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Sorry it was shorter this week. Short week. Bye.
Bye.